Literature to me is a work of art. It encompasses all of the emotions and feelings, that are in this world.
I would probably say it's a written work that has some sort of form and structure that tells a story that has meaning behind it, like some sort of moral.
My favorite piece of literature is The Great Gatsby.
I mean, I've read a lot of books. If I had to say my favorite book of all time, I would probably go with A Clockwork Orange.
He has a lifestyle he wants for himself, and he goes after it, even though he did it in a bad way. But, he goes after what he wants. That's why he scooped up Daisy, you know what I'm saying? That's how I am.
It's a story about this guy named Alex. The reason that I would say it's my favorite book is because each part of it is really well thought out by the author. Each part of the story is really important to the end result, and it basically is teaching you that everyone has to go through the same phases.
The underlying message is greed. When he started getting all this money out of nowhere, he likes money a lot, so after he started getting out of nowhere, he would, bad things started happening to the ones he loved the most and the people he cared about.
I would call it a coming-of-age story, so I think that maturity is probably the major part and theme. When Alex sits down, I had a vision of myself and I had a family, and I think that that's just very relatable in that we're going to be going off to college next year, and it's like, okay, now you're going to have to be on your own and you have to be mature enough.
Okay, my favorite poem is The Green Eggs and Ham.
There are two poems that I could choose. The Cremation of Sam McGee, The Silken Tent by Robert Frost. So the quote is, "And its supporting central cedar pole, that is its pinnacle to heavenward, and signifies the sureness of the soul." It's from The Silken Tent. Each portion of the tent is a part of the girl that he's talking about. So the central cedar pole is her sureness of herself. Used to Love You by Gwen Stefani. It came out right after I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. So, perfect timing, I guess. I would say The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. When I did read it, I was kind of freaked out. And then at the very end, he starts to have this questioning where, I know that you know something. Fine, you've caught me. I'm the one that did it. I feel like that a lot in the things that I do every day. I feel like I can't do anything wrong because I'm going to get caught. I think that in every piece of literature, the way it's written depends person to person, and the way people perceive it depends person to person. But it has its intended meaning from the author, and it's how it's perceived and how it's taught. And I think that the way we perceive it tells you a lot about what people are like. Because I related so hard to that. Sorry, the garbage disposal.
What is your personal connection to Clockwork Orange?
Well, my ex-boyfriend's name is Alex. No.